He made us laugh deep down in our hearts, in our minds, every part of our bodies. He made us laugh, silly laughs, and he made us laugh very, 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 very complex laughs.
He was a benchmark in his field, and no one can ever kind of reach that again. I don't think no one ever did.
We are mourning the loss of such a great man, and he was also a friend, and I admired him, and he's a legend.
It's just shocking how fragile life is. It's just really incredibly shocking and tragic, and the pressure this industry puts on people is really hard to comprehend.
He was a comic genius and one of Hollywood's best, loved by millions for his ability to entertain, and yet Robin Williams was deeply troubled, struggling with addictions to drink and drugs and battling severe depression. Unable to conquer the demons which had played such a big part in his life, he was found dead at his home in California, police suspecting it was suicide by asphyxia. The actor, who was so adept at making audiences laugh and cry, had checked into rehab just weeks before his death. His wife Susan has said, "I lost my husband and my best friend, while the world lost one of its most beloved artists and beautiful human beings. I am utterly heartbroken. As he is remembered, it is our hope the focus will not be on Robin's death, but on the countless moments of joy and laughter he gave to millions." His breakthrough came in the late 1970s as the alien in the hit TV comedy series Mork and Mindy.
Come in, Mork. Orson pulling Mork. Come in, Mork.
I used to watch him on Mork. That TV stuff. I mean, the guy was just like, he was mercurial. And some of my favorite performances when you were just standing in the room with him. Serious. He could just get going. He could go on a riff out of nowhere. So it wasn't written, it wasn't scripted. He was just off. He had this incredible bunch of files in his head that he could just reference instantly. It's like a computer brain, you know.
Good morning, Vietnam! Hey, this is not a test. This is rock and roll.
He was loud, fast, funny and manic, and this was brilliantly translated into his stand-up routines as well as his film roles. But it was during the 70s and 80s that he became addicted to cocaine.
Hang me! Hey, is it a little too early for being that loud? Hey, too late. It's 0600. What's the O stand for? Oh, my God, it's early. Speaking of early...
I knew Robin from the 70s. It's just shocking how fragile life is. It's just really incredibly shocking and tragic, and the pressure this industry puts on people is really hard to comprehend, especially when you're a sensitive artist like him.
Now, you don't get away that easy. Picture of Uncle Walt up there. What does he remind you of?
He was a rare breed, able to appeal to all ages.
What kind of madman? Well, think about it. Just answer again. A crazy madman. Oh, you can do better than that. Free up your mind. Use your imagination. Say the first thing that pops into your head, even if it's total gibberish. Go on.
A sweaty-toothed madman.
Good God, boy, there's a poet in you after all.
10,000 years will give you such a crick in the neck.
His riotous personality, perfect for family entertainment, from the cartoon genie in Aladdin to the penguins in Happy Feet.
You, me, beautiful egg, now.
You, me, fat chance.
I have a chance, and it's fat.
My favorite accent I can do in this movie is the Castilian accent, because there's no penguins in Spain, and not in the tip of Spain, there's no penguins. But I love, if I could make him like this, have this accent, to say besos. What is this? Why would you talk like this? Because he's very sensual. What? Sensual.
And his role as the dad in drag in Mrs. Doubtfire was one of his most loved performances.
Well, I look forward to meeting you.
Oh, lovely, dear. Me too.
Bye-bye.
Ta-ta. Showtime.
This was the first role for stand-up comedian Scott Capurro.
There was no script. They just said, you know, here's the idea. You have to change Robin Williams into a woman. Go. And I said, well, the first thing we had to do is shave his knuckles. He's as hairy as an ape. It was just such a great first experience. They were so supportive and so funny. And Harvey and I would sit in his trailer and gossip about showbiz, and then Robin would just improvise all day. I didn't know when the cameras were on or off.
Miss Helen? The water's boiling. Hello!
It made us laugh deep down in our hearts, in our minds, every part of our bodies. He made us laugh, silly laughs, and he made us laugh very, 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 very complex laughs because he was so intelligent. He was a force of nature, and also he was an extraordinary actor.
I went on a date last week. How'd it go? It was good. You going out again? I don't know. Why not? I haven't called her. Christ, you're an amateur.
Robin Williams was nominated for 3 Academy Awards during his career, but it was his role as a therapist in Good Will Hunting which won him an Oscar. The film was a huge box office hit, and Robin was at the height of his fame.
And the Oscar goes to Robin Williams in Good Will Hunting.
Robin Williams has previously been nominated 3 times. This is his first Academy Award.
Thank you. Oh, man. This might be the one time I'm speechless. Thank you so much for this incredible honor. Thank you for putting me in a category with these 4 extraordinary men. Thank you, Ben and Matt. I still want to see some ID. Thank you, Gus Van Sant, for being so subtle you're almost subliminal. I want to thank the cast and crew, especially the people of South Boston. You're a can of corn. You're the best. I want to thank the Mashpuka Weinstein, Mazel Tov. And I want to thank Marcia for being the woman who lights my soul on fire every morning. God bless you. And most of all, I want to thank my father up there, the man who... when I said I wanted to be an actor, he said, wonderful, just have a backup profession like welding. Thank you. God bless you.
The roles kept coming, and his range and ability was such that he could switch seamlessly from comedy to straight and sinister in films like the psychological thriller 1 Hour Photo.
You're Will Yorkin.
Yeah?
Cy Parrish. I'm the photo tech here. I do all your family's pictures.
Robin Williams stayed sober for 20 years until he relapsed in 2003. He was honest and open about his problems, talking about the overwhelming fear and anxiety that led him to seek solace in alcohol.
I'm doing great. I want to thank the millions and the thousands and even the people who just have come up in person and thank them for all the support. It's been loving. It's been wonderful to know I'm not alone. And that's the main thing. When you come out of rehab, if you know that, then you got a big shot.
But he remarried in 2011 and appeared to be focused on his career and his newfound happiness.
And you recently got married in real life.
Big
Did you
time.
take any tips from Ramon on those?
I think I'm just the luckiest guy in the world. The tips? No, I just went, oh, gracias, Dio, gracias. She's the best. Are we ready? They're at the starting line and...
He also revisited his roots in a new stand-up comedy show involving coming up with brand new routines on the spot. This was where Robin Williams excelled. He loved making people laugh, and he was one of the best.
The narcoleptic diving obviously didn't go that well. Judges are now about to give their scores.
He affected generations of comics because he was someone who made every show new. Everything seemed like a challenge to him. He always wanted the audience, I think, to be on the edge of their seats, not knowing what might come next. And you didn't. And if you didn't like this joke, there's another one, another one, another one. he didn't let you rest. He challenged the audience in the way that he challenged himself.
However, according to his representative, recently he'd been battling severe depression, and last month he checked into rehab, his publicist saying he was still sober and taking the opportunity to fine-tune and focus on his continued sobriety. Since his death, there are performances which take on a renewed poignancy.
If you're that depressed, reach out to someone. And remember, suicide is a permanent solution to temporary problems.
Et bonjour à tous. Cette grande émotion pour les fans de cinéma. Robin Williams est décédé hier à 63 ans.
Печальная новость пришла этой ночью из США. На 64-м году жизни скончался известный комедийный актер.
Willkommen, guten Morgen. Der beliebte
His
Hollywood
death has been headline news around the world. President Obama has led the tribute, saying Robin was one of a kind, and fellow actors and comedians have also been expressing their heartbreak and grief at the sudden loss of such a huge talent.
Some of my favorite performances when you were just standing in the room with him. Serious. He could just get going. He could go on a riff out of nowhere.
He was a genius, and the world it just feels less. The world just feels... There's a shadow for me right now that's very depressing, I think.
World, not only America, but world cinema has lost one of its biggest stars.
One only hopes that, he's gone to a good place.